Hello guys and welcome back. This episode we're going to do another one with Monster Legends. What I want to talk to you today about, I mainly want to focus on the events that go on, because one event that's going on right now is actually about a week from being done. It goes the whole month, and they've been doing one just about every month now that I can recall. But it can really set you up for your mythics. So actually, without even trying to explain, let's just look right at it. Upper left hand corner beside your avatar profile, there's a little rhino looking thing, has a 5. Yours might be different. The 5 represents how many objectives you have yet to fulfill. But to take a look at this here, looking at the rewards, there's 2 levels. The top one is the one you pay for. So if you bought the here we go, bought the special package, like so, you unlock this top row, and you get all these extra things. But I don't pay for stuff, so I get the bottom row, which honestly is perfectly fine. You get jimmies, special building boosts, bunch of different items, food, gold, chests, you name it. But the thing you really want to look for here, and let me get to it. Oh, and you got the mythic shards replacements. Not only do you get a mythic habitat, this one actually gave you a legendary as well, which this is the first time I've done one of these that gave you a legendary on top of it all. But the real goal is this right here, towards the very end, at about 1.62, 1.63, somewhere up in here, where you're about, 3/4 full to the max of the amount of points you can get, challenge points. They always give you a mythic. This is how I got my first one. This is probably how I've got the majority of mine, maybe now. With the new arena, I've actually gotten, I think, 1 or 2 from the new arena battle rewards. But if you can't handle, if you're new to this, low level, this is where it's at. Mainly because the challenges that you do are actually fairly simple. So, like your daily challenges: defeat 6 monsters in multiplayer mode. So, go to the arena, defeat 6 monsters, which is really just 2 rounds. Use 4 stamina points in dungeons or adventure map. Well, that's simple too. Collect gold 10 times. That's simple as well. That gives you 30. Now, I haven't run the numbers, and I'm not sure if you just doing those will get you that far or not. I'm going to do some more real deep diving into things like, max them out, how, like, what you should look at for your habitats per gold, how many monsters, blah, blah, blah. But until then, you can always do those. But these other ones aren't really that hard. It's really just the variety of monsters that you have. So, like, win 4 multiplayer battles using a nature monster. Fairly simple. Win 3 using superheroes. Someone from the superheroes book, which you'll have to go into your library and figure out, okay, which ones does that qualify for, and see if you have any. Like this one I haven't done yet because I don't need to do it. One multiplayer with Underworld. So you get a bunch of those. Purchasing cells from the lab, crafting runes, requesting cells, opening chests, and then a lot of them are breeding too. So I mean, you can get some of these rewards, and some are pretty good. Like open one chest 14 times, you get 90. Request 30 cells, you get 100 points. So it's easy to rack up the points and then get that mythic. Like, simple, easy. And trust me, that one mythic, you start cranking them up, that will change, because whatever level your mythic is, add about 10 levels to it, and that's something you can easily take on. So if your mythic's like level 50 and the creatures you're going up against are level 60, you got it. Even if they're legendaries, you got it. I mean, when I got my first one, it was just like simple for the most part. After that, then you get another one, and then all of a sudden you're just rocking and rolling. But definitely, this is a month-long event. when it first came out, I got my first one at the last like 2 days because I didn't do anything for the first week because I didn't think this was really something I could really, get everything done in time to get it. But then it was like, oh my god, yes I can. So I hurry up and did it. And everyone since then I've done, and I've gotten a mythic from each one. As you can see, like I've been done for almost a week now. By the beginning of the second week, I got it and been done. We still got a week left. So, I mean, if I really wanted to, I've tapped it out before I've gone over 2,000 points. But, once you get that mythic, you don't really need to. Some of these other events, they have these different challenges. Essentially, oh hey, I can get this one. They'll have rewards up here at the top. Sometimes it's equipment. Sometimes it's mythic character shards. Most of the time it's characters, but I don't tend to do these ones too much because the egg hatching thing. Because they only give you like I don't even think they give you a week. I don't remember exactly, but I don't even think it's a week. And by the time you've collected all your eggs, and then like here, we'll just go through and I'll show you the hardest part of this. Let me just get through this fight real quick. Yeah, see, mythics, simple. These breed monsters, so you get this from breeding, but it's no guarantee that once you breed them you get it. And I've like actually hit this event hard before. Sorry about that. I hit this event hard before, and I think I barely made it past the second stage. Now, it's not always, a chest and then an avatar and then you get shards. Sometimes by the second stage you get shards, but it's when you can only get to that and there's other things you can kind of focus on. I just kind of come in and do the fight ones. That way, if I eventually do get the rest like I just did, I can just claim that first one and not even worry about it. Another event, actually they did have a maze event up, which wasn't really like a maze, but essentially you'll have a monster character and then you'll earn these tokens from like collecting food, collecting gold, or feeding, sorry, not collecting food. Actually, I think you do get it for collecting food. You get it for collecting, you get it for feeding. You get it for collecting gold, battling in the multiplayer mode. I said breeding, hatching. There's multiple things. You can hit the question mark and I'll let you know, and I'll bring it up on a different episode because I still thought there was one here. But then it's more of use those tokens to click on to move the monster down its maze path, which is not really a maze, it's just a path. I recommend holding off more towards the end to some degree, just because after a couple of days they drop in a special mythic one. Now, I've never been able to make it to the whole way to the end of the path, because whatever monster you're using to get to the end of the path, if you get to the end of the path, you get the egg for that monster. I've never been able to get there, even after saving up, kind of hitting it hard. I still didn't reach. I've gotten to like the last 3 nodes to get there. So I usually just save up and just do the mythic, because you get mythic shards to some degree, but usually mythic gives you a lot larger rewards, like hundreds of thousands of gold, tens of thousands of food. So that's always something worthwhile to do. Then you got breeding events. Now, I haven't really done a whole lot with these. The last one, it actually showed me the monsters, sent these question marks. So I was able to be like, oh, okay. And I started breeding them. Again, same kind of deal. They only give you a short amount of time, that if you actually happen to hit the right breeding for this monster, by the time you get the egg to go into the hatchery, time is almost up. So you really only get about 2 shots in with it if you have it. Now, I do have one of them, the ROFL. I just got him, but he didn't pop up as a picture here, so I'm not sure if it's only on pop up because I got both, because I don't have any of these other ones. But it does give you Pretty good monster. Let me collect real quick while we're talking. Um, Usually some type of legendary. I was hoping for a mythic, but it was a legendary. And actually some simple way to do it, which I can't get into right now, but when you go into your breeding area, as I showed you before, there's that little heart up towards the top. You click on that, they'll give you all the monsters for the breeding event. And then they'll have like other like special event breeding special events like this. The Airtime Challenge, they just brought these new monsters out. So then as you go through and find these chests and open them up, they give you different rewards. And then the more you get, the more chests you get. I know it's kind of an odd reward system kind of thing, but the hope is to get one of these elite Nemesis VIP eggs. But usually it'll be like in with your Relics Forge, the shop, you know, watch a video, get one of the cosmic error chests, and then you try to get as much to get that last reward. They do give you some pretty good rewards when you do this, and sometimes it's just, special events, holidays. They do the same things with the chests and that, uh, filling up the bar kind of thing, and they do give you a lot of days to do this. And then lastly, they'll usually have some type of I want to say kind of a weekly challenge. I don't think they actually give you 7 days. They usually give you like 3 or 4 days. Um, you got like a feeding event, gold fever, which is just collecting gold, and like this rune one where you just craft or purchase these runes. Pretty much you just got to get them. A level 1 gives you 1 point, blah blah. And then there's like the rewards you get for filling up your bar. But then if you get certain rankings, you can get extra rewards here too. My recommendation for this one is just saving up all your rune chests that you get and just open them all at once, and they all count towards it. It's usually what I do. I usually don't end up ranking real high because I don't do the mutating the runes, and I don't purchase anything when it comes to stuff like that. So like I said, I don't spend money in the game, which is how I can only imagine some of these people like rank number 1 2020 229,820 when, let's see here, let me get back to it. I have to go back out. When if you get a level 10 super rune, you get just shy of 4 grand. And I can tell you some of these runes during the event, they go faster to craft them. The crafting speed is lower, so you can craft more a lot faster, but it still takes a long time to craft them. So even if you're crafting like level 10 runes on top of using your chests and gathering, I don't know how in the world you get to that heights without spending money. But I don't worry about that. I just mainly focus on what's on that bar and go from there. Because even if you're like lower level and you can get just to that 400 marker, 1 mil, that's a lot of money for a lower level character. That is essentially it for this. I'll actually go through because I did forget to do some battling for you guys. So I'll do a couple rounds of battling. Let me free up one of my chest slots, and this will give you an idea. The new battle, you get these rewards, and I've gotten a lot of really nice ones out of that. This doesn't actually tell you, but I'll go ahead and just pay that. Just open up. Ooh, tier 3. Let's see what it does. Gives. Cool. Now, once you get, for a lot of the monsters, once you get the 80 cells, I've been calling them shards. I mean, once you get the 80 cells, and you can use these to substitute other shards, which I'll go in and show you after we do a quick battle here. My rank isn't really all that high, so it's these guys aren't too bad. it'll still, let me take it off fast, and we'll still do the auto battle, and you guys can just watch how my guys do. That's one of the things you want to try to save yourself some time, speed them up, hit it to auto, and make sure they're strong enough that they can just handle themselves. Sweet Juice, which I love, with the special runes, extra damage, and then if they even did survive, over half of their stamina is gone. Pretty good combo. And then boom, one. Man, that seems like skill real slow. And then easy battle, got me a tier 1 chest. Yeah, did big. So there's one of your battles. It's really simple. This is a lot different than what it was before. I don't know if you guys were watching this. I was playing this before the update of the Cosmic Era event, but I will say I kind of like this setup a little better just because I like these rewards better than this roulette wheel. Now let me go and show you into the Monster Lab and the crafting. Oh, and I have a slot open, so let's just do one and I'll show you exactly what I mean. So, as you can see, I have some I can do that I can craft, but let's go look at one that needs different cells other than mythics. So like, I wish you could use them, but for the mythics, you have to have all of that. You can't replace them with these other ones down here that I have 1,000 some of, but you can use those to rank up your mythics, which is essentially what you gotta do, because 200 for the first one, I believe, and then you need 700 for the 3rd star ranking, and yeah, you gotta use those. But for example, let's do like this one. Okay, so I still need 10 more cells, so I can use it. I think I could. 10 more cells, and then I can use these other ones to fill in. Is there not one I can actually use? Hold on, let's change it up here. That I can use now. Actually, I have most of the rare ones. Oh, here we go. So let's look at this guy here. So I only need 5 more to be able to craft them. Now, once you get past 80, well, how about we do this one? This one's a little better because he's a machine, and I don't have any of these guys yet. So at 80, you can use these filler cells to fill in with the rest of what you need. You can only use the elements that they are, so this one's metal and dark, or you can use these other ones, which are general ones that can be used for any of them. So I'm going to use 5 of the dark because I want to save some more of them, and I'm going to use 15 of the rest. Hit convert. Yes, I'm going to use those, and bam, able to craft. And there it is. Real simple, especially with this new battle system. Those reward eggs, they give you a ton of cells. Tons of cells, especially of epics, of legendaries particularly. If you're as high as up there as what I am, once I get back up there, I haven't been doing a lot to boost up my rank lately. But once you get high up there, like in the first season when this first started, I was getting tier 5 eggs, and I've gotten 2 mythics out of it. At least one, I know. I'm pretty sure 2 mythics, enough shards to hatch 2 mythics, which has been awesome. Like I said, you can use them also to rank up if you need them. So like, see, 700, you gotta use those filler ones, because I mean, you can just sit there and wait and watch videos and do the little battles and getting shards for them, but that just takes too long. Your best bet for mythics, real quick before I end this: go into your battles, go into your dungeons, your mythic dungeons, and just whichever one you can do, just do it. As you can see, 60 when I do my dailies, when you gotta do 3 dungeons. If there's nothing special going on in the resource dungeons, I go to the mythic dungeon and just do my 3 there, because you can always use those cells easy. So with that being said, I think we're gonna end this one here. Again, if you guys like what you see, hit the like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe. If you have any questions or if there's something else you want to see, leave some comments down below. I try to get on at least once a week to look to see how everything's going, to see if there's any comments. I'm going to be going on vacation here, so I won't have another one put out, but I will have a little bit extra time next couple of days, so I'm going to try to pump out a couple more videos here for you. But yeah, any questions, anything you want to see, don't hesitate to ask. All right, take it easy, guys.